Hey guys! So yesterday we went to the newborn care class. We got there and apparently they had changed the title of it to infant care class. Same thing, but she said that they changed it because newborn is really only a newborn for the first month, 4 to 6 weeks roughly, and so they didn't want to just say newborn. They really want to go into the infant stages too, because they start talking about more things that you need to do as the baby gets older, I guess. So it was interesting. I wanted to film while I was there, but again, same as the birthing class, there are other couples there, and there were couples who were filming because they were teaching us how to swaddle a baby, and so they were videoing each other so that they wouldn't forget. But I felt kind of weird whipping out this big camera, so I just didn't. But kind of regretting that now, because that would have been good information to keep. We started it out, little introduction, who we are, when our babies are due, if we're having a boy or a girl, and then went into questions to quiz us to see if we knew certain things. So such as how many times a day do you change a diaper? How many times a day do you change a baby's clothes? How many times a day do you wash a baby, take a bath, and all this stuff? And some of them were trick questions, some of them were not. But it is interesting depending on how much people already know, how much they're reading and researching. And I think everyone in the room was a first-time parent, and so it's not like they had experience before, but also things change so rapidly, and so it was definitely interesting. Started out with so after the intros and the quizzing and stuff, we watched a baby by a Dr. Karp. I guess he has a method with the 5 S's, and so we went through that, and then we went through how to do each one. And so the first S was swaddling. And so we learned how to swaddle a baby. And so we walked in, and at each station for each couple, there was a baby doll, and then it had a diaper on already so that we could change it later. And then a swaddling blanket and a little outfit. So you could kind of tell where this was going. There was also a little basin tub that was this big. I was that baby doesn't fit in there, but it did. So started out with swaddling, and so they taught you how to properly swaddle a baby so that it's nice, well, hands down, nice and tight so that it can't get out, and it feels kind of like it's in the mother's womb again. And so swaddle the baby, and then what do we do next? Oh, you kind of hold the baby, or teach you how to hold the baby to get it to feel comfortable so that it'll want to sleep and everything like that. And then how to properly shush a baby to kind of mimic the sounds that it's hearing now while it's in the mother's stomach. And so you don't really think about it, but there's a lot going on in your body, such as your heartbeat and any digestive sounds or anything like that a baby has been used to for 9 months. And so then it comes out, and everyone's always oh, gotta be so quiet around the baby. But in reality, it's been around a lot of stuff, my dog barking and just vacuum cleaners and everything like that. So it's they teach you how to do that without being obnoxious, I guess. We see, I don't know, in the video, it's we see it as rude when you go shh and stuff. But that's the sounds that a baby likes to hear. And so that was kind of interesting in a different way. I never really thought of it before like that. So it was definitely interesting. Then what else? So then I think we went right into changing a diaper. Yeah. So then there was a diaper sitting, a clean one, the one not on the baby doll, sitting on the table. And so you had to take off the diaper, and they had put chocolate pudding into the diaper of the baby doll, which was really, I mean, I get it, because you're definitely going to have to get used to that, but it was just a little unexpected, so it was kind of funny. Everyone's just ah! And I recognized it right away as chocolate pudding. Maybe I've been having too much pudding while I've been pregnant, I don't know. But it was funny. So teach you how to clean wipe the baby after it's pooped, and clean it up and everything so that you can get another diaper back on. And so we did that, put the new diaper back on, and then they said to put clothes on. And so we had it was a little onesie. The baby doll was definitely a lot shorter than what our baby will be. I think the doll was like maybe a foot long, where when a baby's born, it's around 20 inches long. So it was definitely a lot shorter, so the outfit was huge on this doll. But there are preemie babies who are born early that could be, I guess, around that size. So it was interesting. So we put the clothes on the baby. So then they wanted us to give the baby a bath. And so took the clothes off, took the diaper off, and put the baby in the tub. We had to both do that one together. And so one was holding the head and like along the back of the baby, while the other one would wash it and stuff. And they said the more you do it, obviously the more advanced you're gonna be, and that you could do it alone where you can hold the baby yourself and wash at the same time. But definitely for the first bath, you should do it together and as a couple, and so you don't mess the kid up pretty much. So yeah, so that was interesting. It was definitely, I think it was worth it. I say that because I had never done any of these things before. I used to babysit when I was in high school and stuff, but I never babysat an infant. The youngest that I babysat anyone, I think the kid was 5. And so he wasn't in diapers. He definitely wasn't being swaddled, like that's for sure. So for me, it was definitely worth it. I think it was worth it for Ryan too. And most of the people in the room, I'd say they thought it was worth it as well. So I would say if you either want to brush up on your skills of newborn care and you babysitting all your life or anything like that, or if you just want to learn how to do this, you should take the class. To me, it was worth it. I don't know what it costs in your area. I'm sure your hospitals offer it if that's the route you're going. But I'd say thumbs up to the newborn care class, infant care class, if you think you need it. I had previously done the birthing class, which I talked about in a different video, and that one was good too. It was a lot of videos. It wasn't much hands-on, which, it's a birthing class, so. But this one, I think was definitely worth it. Just getting to be able to practice with having the instructors there was definitely good. Then, forgot the last part that she ended with was going through different like baby products, going through like applesauce and different wipes and just like all that kind of stuff. How much you think you need. So if you're doing cloth diapers versus disposable diapers, how many you're gonna need each day and stuff like that, which was super helpful. Kind of wish I was writing stuff down, but they did give us a book on parenthood and like basically what we went through in this class. So it was good. It was interesting. Again, thumbs up. I would definitely recommend the newborn care class, infant care class, if you have it offered to you and you just want to brush up on your skills or learn something new. And especially if you're having a child, I would recommend it. So yeah, thanks.